Farmer City Raceway for Baum Chevrolet UMP Summer Nationals night. We're here with the driver currently sitting second in Dirt Car UMP Summer Nationals points. Somebody who cut his teeth here at Farmer City Raceway, driver the number 25 Billy Moyer Victory chassis, Jason Fagger. Jason, got one win on the tour so far over track that you cut your teeth at as well, over at Doherty in Boswell, Indiana. But what would a Summer Nationals win mean for you in front of your hometown crowd, all of your hometown fans, family? They'd all be here tonight to see it. What would that one mean to you?
Oh, it'd be pretty awesome. You know, I love this place. We race here a lot, and it's just a tough place to get wins at. You know, this place always brings in a great field of cars, and it's one of the harder tracks there is to win at.
And with it being a $10,000 show tonight, compared to some of the fives that you've run, it's bringing out some of the heavy hitters. This guy parked next to you, it's only a six-time World 100 winner, six-time Summer Nationals champion. Your chassis builder, Billy Moyer, how much, seeing what the progress has been with the car so far, how much has that helped your program step up just here on the Summer Nationals tour?
I think it's been huge. You know, we've been working really good together, and obviously you can see it seems like we keep getting stronger and stronger, and as the tour goes on, and you know, kind of wish we could start all over again, but it's the way it goes. You know, I knew I was going to be on a little bit of a learning curve here, and I've been really happy with the way we've been performing here lately, and hopefully we just get some good luck to come our way and keep running good. You know.
Okay, I know we're kind of getting toward the end of the tour. You've already got one win. The points are kind of a stretch right now, but what would you consider a successful end of the Summer Nationals tour for you? I know picking up a win tonight would definitely be one of the checklist items, but a couple more feature wins, just consistent runs. What's your entire Fagger Racing team looking for by the end of this tour, and maybe even for the rest of the year, looking on down the road, maybe places like Eldora, Knoxville? Just what are you guys looking for?
Well, I mean, obviously we just got to make as much money as we can to try to keep going. So just looking to be consistent in the top five every night. But obviously, you know, hopefully I can win more than one race on this deal. You know, just that definitely wouldn't be you know, what my goals were to start this deal. I mean, I'd like to at least get, you know, 3 or 4, you know, total. So, but you know, if we keep running second and third, you know, we're making good money, and that means usually the cars in one piece. So that's the bottom line. And after the Summer Nationals, there's a lot of big money races, you know, there for right after that for a month. So you know, just need to try to be in good shape for when that stuff comes around, and just like I say, just keep making money. But you know, I'm definitely hungry for some wins. You know, I think we've been in position here a lot lately, and just need to, you know, pull them off, you know, finish the job. So but you know, tonight would be awesome. 10,000 win at one of my, you know, my home tracks. Obviously Billy came here, we had a 5,000 there not too long ago. He was really stout. So it's gonna be tough. You know, it's gonna be a good field of cars again tonight, and see what happens.
This whole deal takes a lot of people, personal and product support for you. Who are all the people that help you get up and down the road here on the Summer Nationals and wherever Jason Fagger Racing happens to show up on any given night of the week?
Yeah, well, Cheap Cars, I mean, I definitely couldn't do without him, and Titan Steel, Floyd's Waste Disposal, All-Star Performance, Renegade Race Fuels, Ryan Engines, and Advanced Shocks by Action. You know, just got so many product sponsors that make this all possible. But, you know, those are some of my main guys there, and just appreciate every one of them.
There you have it. The driver, the number 25, Billy Moyer Victory. Ryan Power, number 25. The Tumbling Dice, 25 of the High Side Hustler, Jason Fagger here at Farmer City Raceway on UMP Summer Nationals night. Jason, good luck to you tonight, buddy.
Thanks, Patrick.
It's Friday, July 8th here at Farmer City Raceway for Baum Chevrolet UMP Summer Nationals night, and we're here. One of the drivers who's been one of the staples so far on the Summit Racing Equipment Modified Nationals Tour, the tour that's been kind of following the Summer Nationals around. Driver out of New Lenox, Illinois, Stephen Brooks. Stephen, to say this year has been interesting for you would be an absolute understatement for you. A lot of really consistent second-place finishes for you, and when you weren't, you'd have some DNFs. But then after that first DNF, you come back to victory lane, and you just kind of started the cycle all over again. It's been an up and down year. Just kind of take us through it so far.
Yeah, the year's been good. I mean, the past couple of weeks doing the Hell Tour stuff's been a little bit of a struggle, but the competition on this deal is so tough that it's always, I mean, you got to be on your A game and have a little bit of lady luck, and we haven't had the lady luck that we needed. Car's been good, just been out there grinding away every day, just trying to make it a little bit better.
Well, and like you said, with the competition you're up against, it definitely makes you step your game up. You have to be on it every single night out there, and it definitely shows when you go once you're done with the tour and you make it to the rest of the year. How much does this tour really help your program when you get done with it?
I think it helps out a lot. I mean, it's a little bit of a grind when you get going through it, but the racing, I mean, the how hard you have to race through all these races is what makes it better afterwards. You come back and run local shows, and those shows that don't seem as tough as they usually do. So, I mean, that's a plus side after that.
I know we're kind of getting close to the deal, and there's a lot of money races still coming up here for you. At the end of 2016, what would Stephen Brooks call a successful year for the 5 Ruhlman rocket machine?
I mean, we just would love to get one of those big check wins. I mean, one of the ones that when everyone wants the ones everyone's gunning for, really. I mean, an AMS win, get a Summer National win, maybe tonight's the night, 10,000 win. I mean, just one of those ones where you've got 50, 60 cars, and I mean, those would be good. We almost had one earlier year at Spoon River. I mean, took the lead with, I think, 7 to go, and I got one of those big old Spoon River U tires, and then ended up second there. So I mean, we've been good at the big shows. Just need to finish it off.
Before we let you go here, I know it takes a lot of energy, a lot of power, a lot of money to make all this happen. Who are the people, product sponsors? Who's everybody that helps make Stephen Brook Racing get up and down the road each and every Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Well, during the Summit Tour, every day of the week.
Yeah, this past week's been every day. I think my mom and dad, Tilly, he's been here helping all week long. He's helped out a lot. Repco Abrasives, YMCA Camp Independence, C&W Trucking, PFC Brakes, FK Rod Ends. We got so many people. Dynamic Drive Shafts, Ted Brown's, he's come on a little bit, helped us out. Fastlane Graphics. You can't tell right now, but I mean, this thing usually looks real good, but it's just had a rough week on her. So we've got a new wrap. We'll have it looking good here in no time. So.
Hey, that's just the product of the Summer Nationals, buddy. That's all there is to that. If it doesn't look like it has some war wounds, it hasn't gone fast enough, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this thing was at Macon and Peoria, so those tracks, it was looking good before we got there. The left side looks good. They said the tire marks on the right side means you're passing cars. Tire marks on the left side means you're getting passed. So our victory lane side looks good. We just got to put it there now.
Well, tonight might be a good night to do it. Good luck to you tonight. Stephen Brooks out of New Lenox, Illinois, driver of the number 5 Ruhlman Rocket Ryan powered number 5 machine here at Farmer City Raceway.
Yeah. What do you want for it?
We're here at Baum Chevrolet UMP Summer Nationals night, Friday night, July 8th at Farmer City Raceway. We've happened to catch up with somebody who's kind of a jack of all trades in the motorsports world. Terry Young with Hoosier Tire Midwest. Terry, it's the Summer Nationals tour. We've kind of changed up the tire rule, but talking to a lot of the drivers so far, and there's been a lot of positive feedback about it. Just kind of tell us kind of the thought process that went into it on your guys' side and kind of the feedback you got from those guys and how that's helped you guys.
Well, I think it's like anything in life. No matter what you do, you're never going to please everybody, so you just try and set out to do what you think in your heart's the right thing to do, and hopefully it all plays out at the end of the day. I guess the goal is to try and make more people happy than you made mad, and that's the best you can hope for. But the idea behind the tire rule really was to try and help these guys where they didn't have to carry so many tires. The biggest thing is to cut back on the labor and the manpower that's required to groove all the tires. If you've got 20s, 30s, 40s, and trying to prepare all those and make sure that you've got the right ammunition per se, so that you're ready for the race that night. If you just eliminate some of those choices, it just cuts back on the manpower. In talking to the drivers, I'd say it's probably 75-25. 75% of them love it, think it's a great thing. 25% of them, wish that we had the 20, 30, 40 for all 4 corners. Like I said, I don't know. You just try and make more people happy than what you made upset, and hopefully this tire rule has done that. Has it saved a bunch of guys money? I don't know that it's saved them money. I think it's saved them manpower more than anything, and saved them having to have space to carry all the multiple compounds.
Well, and somebody who's been to a lot of these races, and you have too, from the looks of it, the racing itself has been just as good, or even in some places better than what it has been before. And is part of that tire? Maybe. Is part of it just kind of, like you said, guys being able to have more manpower to work on their cars, be able to comb through them more? Guys aren't maybe braking as much. I don't know. Maybe you've seen some of it too, because you've talked to some of these guys sometimes a little bit more than I have. Just like you said, what do you think it is? Because I know from my perspective, racing's been pretty good.
Well, yeah, and I think the other thing too is it probably helps the guy who's not a traveler per se. That maybe I guess you say the local guy. You know, it's helped him a little more, not having to make that guess on which compound to go with. You know, again, it removes one of the options, so it just makes the choices less and kind of evens the playing field. You know, some of the guys are saying that by having soft tires on the front, it's made their cars hard to steer. But the bottom line to it really is, if it's made Jason Fagger's car hard to steer, it's made Bobby Pierce's car hard to steer, and it's made Shannon Babb's car hard to steer. I mean, they're all on the same tire, so they're all fighting the same issues. And really, the guy that can adapt and adjust his setup and adjust his driving style maybe a little bit to go along with these limited compounds, you know, that's the guy that's going to find that edge and be quick. I want to say too, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that, you know, today is commemorates the day that Bob Memmer passed away. He died July 8th, 2004, and I always try to remember him on this day. That guy, you know, were it not for him, we wouldn't have anything like this Summer Nationals. That guy was so far ahead of his time, really, with his thinking, and you know, like so many things in life, we didn't realize it when he was here, really how sharp he was. And we always, you know, myself included, a lot of us wanted to argue with him and trying to get him to change his mind on things and get him to do things different. But, you know, he really was the glue that kind of held this thing together. And, you know, when you look at open competition racing like it was back in that time period, without Bob, it's hard to say where the racing would be today. You know, he made it where if you're a UMP guy and, you know, if you're from Boswell, Indiana, you knew that if you went to a UMP track at Farmer City, Illinois, you're going to be legal and you'll be able to run there. If we had all open rules or different sets of rules at different tracks like we've seen in this, you know, some of the sportsman and street stock divisions, you know, especially in those classes, they don't even call them the same thing. You know, what might be a super street here is a bomber at another place, and it's a sportsman at another place. And so, you know, I just want to give a shout out to Bob and hope that everybody remembers him today and realize, you know, what he did contribute to the sport.
I think that's a really good place to leave things off. Like you said, if it weren't for Bob, we wouldn't have the Summer Nationals as we know it now. We wouldn't have the Summit Tour we've got now. He's done a lot for racing at every level when it comes to UMP, whether it be our weekly Friday, Saturday night shows here in Central Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, or whether it be the Summer Nationals Tour. Terry Young, thank you for all your feedback. Thank you for what you do for our sport, and we just hope you enjoy the show tonight.
It's a pleasure, really. I've got the best job in the world. I hope my boss doesn't see this, but I tell everybody I've got the best job in the world. I get paid to go do what I used to pay to do as a fan, and I never take that for granted. And, you know, it's because of all these people in the pit area and probably more importantly because of the people in the stands that come to watch all of us do what we love to do.
Well, we thank you for everything you do, Smash. Thanks for stopping, taking the time to talk with us here on Mud Boss Video.
Son of Joe Williams, Scott Williams, presenting our flags tonight in that beautiful semi truck out there with Old Glory. And again, everything happening in Texas. Be nice to everybody. All right, looks great. Great way to start off the night. What do you say, race 3 will be Sean Zemer, the 10 of Adam Rhodes, the B5 of Tyler Benson, the 27 of John Ferris, 97 of Josh Griffith. 11 street stocks, 1 heat race here tonight. You're looking at them. Looks like the modifieds will be next. Street stocks, then the mods. Then the late models, street stocks, mods, and lates. What do you say, Farmer City Raceway? Let's go. Racing off turn number 4. Rick Isaacson will show him the green underway. The Flying Dick brothers are going to battle here on the opening lap. Daryl and Chris get together. Jeff Watts, Andy Thompson sent spinning to the infield. And big props for the 63. Keeps going. We'll stay green. Chris Dick in a lead lap number 1. Watts second. Daryl Dick running in that 3rd spot. Terry Miller 4th. Down the back straightaway here. Working lap number 2. Chris Dick working the high side. Watts going to dig to his inside. Says, what's up? In that J1 machine. nose to tail. Good battle back there for the 4th spot. The 27 of Ferris sticking to the inside of Terry Miller. They're going to work door to door. Meanwhile, back up front for the race lead. Jeff Watts going to drive to the inside of Chris Dick, side by side. Brother Dale right behind him. Jeff Watts again to run to the inside. Chris Dick to the outside, side by side, door to door. Down the back straightaway, got a race here in the opening heat race for the UMP Street Stocks. Daryl Dick 3rd, Ferris up to 4th. Terry Miller 5th, still side by side for the race lead up at turn number 4. And even Jeff Watts continues to show the way. Chris Dick running in that 2nd spot, going to regain the lead down the back straightaway. So give Chris Dick the race lead, Watts 2nd, Daryl Dick 3rd. Halfway home, 4 in the books, 4 to go. Now Chris Dick washes up the speedway. Watts gets into him. We'll stay green. Watts will dive to the inside. Chris Dick to the outside. Here comes brother Daryl to the outside. Chris Dick still showing the way. Watts side by side with Dale, and Daryl Dick and Jeff Watts make hard contact. And Watts in trouble, and that J1 machine is slowing down on the inside. And miraculously, they all avoid contact. Caution out. That'll be next. Halfway home, Chris Dick, Daryl Dick, John Ferris, and the 9 of Terry Miller. 33 of Doug Burbaum and the 10 of Adam Rhodes. We are back at it. Green's back out. We're back underway. John Ferris going to take a look to the inside of Daryl Dick for the 2nd spot. Now Daryl going to go after his brother Chris for the race lead, bumper to bumper. Now Ferris going to dig to the inside, looking to go 3 wide for the race lead off turn number 4. Chris Dick going to hold off Daryl Dick. CD double D. Big battle down the back straightaway for the race lead. Daryl Dick going to drive to the inside. John Ferris is there as well. A good 3-car battle with 1 to go. Here comes Daryl Dick. CR Toyota recovering a line over at door double deuce 38. Side by side. Bragging rights in the family. Who's it going to be down the back straightaway? Chris Dick on the high side. Daryl Dick on the inside, and the Gary Barnes 38. Off of turn number 4. Daryl, a good run at him in. Wow, a photo finish at heat number 1. Ferris will come home 3rd. 4th to Terry Miller. 5th to the charging 97 of Josh Griffiths. So Griffiths started way back in 11th. He picked up a ton of passing points. Look for him to start up front of tonight's feature events. Our official winner.
Right here.
How about a nice round of applause to your winner? In the 38, Daryl Dick, your winner. Chris Dick comes home second. A good run for him as well. Isaacson here tonight says, boys, we got going green next time by. How many Herminator fans we got here tonight? How many root for Kenny Wallace? Alongside Tyler Nicely, 32. It'll take me a little bit to get used to the new design on the Nate Zimmer machine and the 13 of Lucas Gash. Top 4 of the A-Main, 8 laps to get her done. Summit Racing Equipment modified. Heat number 1. Underway off turn number 4. Here we go. Kenny Wallace going to slide up in front of Tyler Nicely. The Nicely looking to cross him back over. Problems for Osborne Jr. He's going to roll to a stop off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The caution's going to have to come out at will. Good battle for the race lead, but the caution comes out as Chris Osborne Jr. comes to a stall over in turn number 2. Caution out. Here we go. 36 of Kenny Wallace and the 25 of Tyler Nicely. 8 laps, top 4. Pick a favorite off 4. Green back out. We're back underway. Kenny Wallace going to jump out in front of Tyler Nicely. Zimmer to the inside of Gash. Down the back straightaway. Give it to Kenny Wallace showing the way. Tyler Nicely going to jump to the high side. Gash 3rd. 4th is Zimmer. Oh boy, close quarter racing action there. Zimmer to 3rd. Nicely going to dive to the inside of Kenny Wallace. The Herminator going to show the way. Down the back straightaway, Kenny Wallace shows the way. Tyler Nicely trying to find a way by. Here comes the 99 of Jason Meyer. Oh, problems for the 13 of Lucas Gash, sliding to the infield. And that'll bring out a caution. Problems for the 13 of Lucas Gash. Shows the way. Who's it going to be? 6 remain. The Herminator shows the way. Will Prater pulls off the speedway. We're back underway. Car's going to work around the inside. Here comes the 99 of Jason Meyer. That Apgar Farms, Border Magic, Lakey Farms, 99. Impressive race car, brand new. And he's got a good run in the 32Z and Nate Zimmer. Zimmer going to hold him off for the time being. Oh, they make contact. So Jason Meyer and Nate Zimmer make contact. Zimmer cut down on him. And Meyer had enough of it. They made a little bit of contact, and Zimmer sideways. Donovan Lodge out of Andover, Illinois. Running in that 4th spot. He started back in 7th. So top 4 transfer. We'll see if the 32 and the 99 can make their way back forward. Green back in the air. We're back at our way. 5 laps remain. One shy of halfway. Tyler Nicely going to dig to the inside of Kenny Wallace. Wallace going to hold him off. Crowder under attack from Donovan Lodge. Lodge going to dig to the inside. Crowder to the outside. They're going to work side by side. Here comes Nate Zimmer in 32Z. Now going to step to the outside of Chris Osborne Jr. Now going to step back to the inside. So good battle for that 5th, 6th spot as Osborne Jr. slips up. Jason Meyer goes by. Nate Zimmer goes by. Back up front, the Herminator showing the way with the action. Oh, and Crowder spins out, running in the transfer spot. So now Luke Gash in the transfer spot as we got a big chunk of debris from the 32. Caution out once again. Oh, my. What an action-packed heat number 1. 4 to 9ths. Back at it. Here we go. Nate Zimmer again a roll to the outside of Donovan Lodge. Watch that battle for the 4th and final transfer spot. Zimmer to the outside. Donovan Lodge to the inside. That's the battle for 4th. Down the front straightaway. Give it to Nate Zimmer. Here comes Jason Meyer as well. 2 to go this time by Nate Zimmer and Jason Meyer. And Jason Meyer going to take 4th away from the 32 of Donovan Lodge. Nate Zimmer calls it quits. 1 to go, and Meyer jumps a cushion. Hands 4th back over to Donovan Lodge. Meanwhile, back up front, Kenny Wallace showing the way. Kenny Wallace and the 25 of Tyler Knight, the 13 of Lucas Gash, and now the 99 of Jason Myers made his way back to 4th. Final time, Herminator's going to win. 2nd to go to Tyler Nicely, 3rd to Luke Gash, 4th will go to Jason Meyer. So the 99, Jason Meyer, comes back, picks up a 4th and final transfer spot, the 13. Good run for Luke Gash. He comes home 3rd, 2nd. Out of Owensboro, Kentucky. Big shout out to Ted Brown's Quality. 25 up for Tyler Nicely, and your winner to Concord, North Carolina, and then Toyota UNOH 36. How about a race fans winning heat number 1? Herminator Kenny Wallace. Top 4 to the A main. Winners redraw. The 4 heat race winners redraw for the first 2 rows of tonight's feature off 4. Here we go. Ray Bollinger going to storm out to the race lane. Oh, Balance Ethan and Lika make contact. Lika going to throw a slider at the 83 for the 2nd spot, and Balance Ethan in trouble. He was your outside front row starter, and he's in trouble in that 83. Caution will come out. Here we go. Ray Bollinger showing away. Back and away. Jeff Lika 2nd. Brian Lynn 3rd over Meyer 4th down the back straightaway. Lika now going to try to the high side. Ray Bollinger to the inside. A good battle for the race lead down the front straightaway. 2 in the book. 6 laps remain. Here comes the 11-time track champion Jeff Lika on the outside. Kewanee, Illinois, Ray Bollinger. Ooh, some action back in the pack. Clippinger and Chance about get together. Byerline trying to take advantage. Can't get the job done. Meanwhile, back up the veteran out of Buffalo, Illinois. And that impressive Mullins powered 3L. Trying to run down the impressive 77 of Ray Bollinger. Bollinger going to hold him off. Lika 2nd. Brian Lynn runs 3rd. Over Meyer 4th. A gaggle of them for 5th. Chance right there. Clippinger, Balance Ethan, and Byerline. Ray Bollinger again continues to lead. Lika 2nd. Brian Lynn 3rd over Meyer 4th. Good battle for 5th. Chance, Byerline, Clippinger, and Balance. Ew, and Byerline in big, big trouble. Wow, he made it back on the speedway. We'll stay green. 2 to go. Bollinger continues to lead. White flag coming out from Chief Starter Rick Isaacson. White flag in the air, 1 to go for Bollinger. 2nd will be Lika. 3rd is Brian Lynn. fourth is Rory Overmeyer. Final time. Down the back straightaway. As he'll go to the redraw and win heat number 2. How about it for Kewanee, Illinois' Ray Bollinger. Second to Jeff Lika. Third to Brian Lynn. Fourth to Rory Overmeyer. So Rory Overmeyer picks up the fourth and final transfer spot. Third will go to Mason City's Brian Lynn. Second will go to the 11-time track champion Jeff Lika. And your winner out of Kewanee, Illinois in that impressive race car 7-7. How about a nice round of applause for Ray Bollinger?
It will be the Kentuckian. Josh Harris on the pole in 16C outside Steve. Following heat number 4, it'll be 3 heats of dirt car late models. Stephen Brooks in row number 1. They'll reach the VP Fuels making power point in turn 4. They must be side by side there for this to be a good start. Here we go. Way off the racetrack is Stephen Brooks. That's going to bring out caution. We'll do this again. Driver out of Paris, Tennessee, alongside the Utica, Kentucky driver Josh Harris. We'll try it again out of turn 4. Green flag in the air. Down the backstretch, Harris has the lead. Lucas Lee in second. Jeffrey Ledford is third. Austin Lynn fourth out of turn number 4. Lap 1 will go to Harris. Trouble on Austin Lynn. He'll spin in turn 4. Winner of the Summit Modified Nationals at the Clarksville Speedway in Clarksville, Tennessee. Out of 4 they come. Green is in the air. So down the backstretch and into 3, Josh Harris will lead. Lucas Lee, Jeffrey Ledford, and now Stephen Brooks all the way up to 4th. Here comes Brooksy. Down the back chute and into 3. Top 3 stay under a blanket. Now Brooks will close the gap and make it a 4-car party out of turn number 4. Stephen Brooks on a mission. Set to the tail on the start. Started shotgun in the 9th position. He's up to 4th. Halfway. 4 and 4 to go. Down the backstretch and into 3. Jeffrey Ledford to the inside of Lucas Lee for second. Josh Harris continues to show the way. Harris, Lee, Ledford, and Brooks. Michael Lee and the 12 of Curl. It'll be the 2 to go signal. Coming up, Ledford to the inside of Lucas Lee. There's the white flag, 1 lap to go. Down the back chute and into 3. Checkered flag goes to Josh Harris. Second to Lucas Lee. Third to Jeffrey Ledford. Fourth and final transfer spot to a hard-charging Stephen Brooks. So Utica, Kentucky's the Kentuckian Josh Harris winning heat race number 3, 1 final heat left. So we get set to go. 8 laps, top 5, green in the air. Trouble in turn 1, caution away. It doesn't affect the way the car moves. Keep your eyes on Walsh with that flat tire as we go green. Off of turn number 2, it's Mike Harrison show the way. Michael Long second, Weiser third. Swartz is 4th. Mayer is 5th. 6th is Walsh. Lap 1 goes to Harrison. 3 wide for the number 2 spot out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Michael Long now takes over second as Weiser, Swartz, and Mayer all go after him. Mike Harrison showing the way. Looking to go to the redraw. Long and Weiser trying to catch the leader. Down the back chute and into turn number 3, Mike Harrison keeping that advantage over second place Michael Long. Battle now between Danny Swartz and the 25W of Alan Weiser as they go at it for 3rd and 4. Stanifer got a big bump from the 82 pole. Jacob Poole will get into him and get by him. And it looks like Stanifer has right front suspension trouble. Lika with a left front tire. Right front tire problems on Stanifer. But Harrison continues to show the way. Down the front chute comes the Highland Hornet. White flag in the air, 1 to go. Stanifer's done. Out of that 4th corner, the winner of Heat 4 going to the redraw, the Highland Hornet. It's Mike Harrison. 2nd to Michael Long. At the line, Weiser 3rd, Danny Swartz 4th. Danny Swartz, Alan Weiser, Michael Long go to the main event, and the redraw, the Highland Hornet. It's Mike Harrison. The souvenir trailers are, as always, so Matt Taylor in the 4T car. It's Matt Taylor, it's 4T. Matt Taylor, it's 4T car. So here we go. 10 cars, 10 laps, top 5, go, green flag. Bobby Pierce with the lead. Here comes Gundaker on the outside. They'll drag race down the backstretch into 3. Pierce on the bottom. Oh, and hard into the walls. Don Hammer. Caution flag is out. Hammer plowed the wall in 3. Don Hammer destroying the 45 as he hit the wall in 3. And you get a kind of a glimpse of what he's looking at. Right side damage, obviously. Who knows? Maybe he can get it prepared to get it out for the C. He's got a little time to deal with. Here they come. Green is out. Down the backstretch and into 3 for the first time. Pierce with the lead. Shuts off Gundaker. Cope off the racetrack and back on. Gundaker up in the wall. Manville into Cope. Timmy Manville got a piece of Glasscock and kept going. Mike Glasscock now 2nd. K-Rob 3rd. Manville 4th. Gundaker back to 5th. Pierce showing away. Caution flag will wave. Glasscock, Robinson, Gundaker, and Flester right now your top 5. Let's see what happens. Off and running in heat number 1. K-Rob takes 2nd away from Glasscock. Gundaker 4th. Dively now 5th. Still Bobby Pierce showing away. K-Rob's got a very good line around the Farmer City Raceway. The car, it digs real good on the bottom. Pierce always good on the high side. Down the backstretch, K-Rob with the lead. Pierce now will let him go by. Ken Robinson, fastest car on the racetrack. Down the back chute and into turn number 3. It's Ken Robinson and Bobby Pierce. Glasscock, Gundaker, and Dively. Six laps in the books and 4 to go. Now Pierce pulls to the inside of K-Rob. Wheel-to-wheel, door-to-door in 3. They'll stay glued together in lockstep formation out of 4. Robinson will take the lead. Pierce again shows the nose and then slides up the banking. Loses real estate. Robinson out of 4. 2 to go. White flag the next time by. Robinson down the back chute as Glasscock and Gundecker go at it for third. Gordy Gundecker making the move. Pierce still chasing Robinson. Down the backstretch, final time. K. Robin to turn number 3. Ken Robinson will win the heat and go to the redraw. Second to Pierce. Third to Glasscock. Fourth to Gundecker. Fifth will go to Dively. And they race to get into the infield to the scales. Bobby Pierce races your winner, Kent Robinson, to the scales. That's a first.
Oh my. Ooh.
Yeah, Robinson's on the race. They went through turn 2 and Bobby Pierce was a fly job on him.
Well, it'll be an interesting feature about out of Bloomington, Illinois. K-Rob. Festus, Missouri, Rusty Griffaw. And Colby Vandenberg, Jay Morris, Alan Murray, and Jason Wagner. Heat 2 underway. Well, Mr. Smooth going to drive right up across Shannon Babb. Babb's going to lose second to Scott Schmidt. Here comes the Festus Flash. Rusty Griffaw going to make contact with Shannon Babb, spinning there in the infield. And the caution will come out.
50-50 is 3K.
Here we go, green flag. Heat number 2, back underway. Billy Moyer going to drive to the inside of the Moequa Missile. Babb with a better start. Down the back straightaway, going to show the way, going to go 3 wide for that third spot. Now Moyer going to dive to the inside. Babb working right in the middle, door to door up turn number 4. Babb by a nose. Moyer looking to make it to Moyer cars in heats 1 and 2. Tick 2 tight. Babb going to retake the race lead. Babb, Moyer, Winger, good run for him. The Reaper's third. Scott Schmidt fourth. Babb will lead another lap. Scott Schmidt on McKay Winger for that third spot. Winger going to hold him off. Fifth will be Griffaw. Sixth will be Jay Morris. Seventh will be Colby Vandenberg. The Moequa Missile working the high side, showing the way here in 2. Moyer second. Winger third. 4 Scott Schmidt. 4 transfer. 5 transfer is 16 Rusty Griffaw in the 5th and final transfer spot. So 5 transfer. Here comes Colby Vandenberg. Here comes Jay Morris. The Watsika Warrior takes her to the top shelf. Down the back straightaway. What a run for the 77. Jay Morris not a fan. Oh, and Griffaw made contact. Vandenberg's right there. 3 cars under him looking for the 5th and final transfer spot. Halfway home. Fire for the Bush. Time to go. Jay Morris in 77. Oh, and Griffaw throws the right hook. Morris answers back with the longhorn horn. So Morris again to the inside, Griffaw to the outside. What a battle for 5th. Back up front, Babb continues to show the way. Jay Morris and Rusty Griffaw continue to battle now. The heated battle for the 3rd spot. Scott Schmidt, a slider on McKay Winger, going to take 3rd. Winger back to the outside, Schmidt to the inside. Good battle for that 3rd spot. Give it to David. Good battle for 3rd. Schmidt and Winger, a couple of regulars here. The Farmer City Raceway. Scott Schmidt going to win that battle. But a slide job from McKay. 2 to go. 8 in, 2 to go this time by. Scott Schmidt 3rd, 4th Winger. What a battle for 5th. Give it to Jay Morris at the line. But here comes Rusty Griffaw. Griffaw going to answer back to the outside. The white flag is out. Shannon Babb with 1 to go. Moyer 2nd. 3rd will be Scott Schmidt. 4th Winger, the battle for 5th. At the line, Jay Morris by a nose. Final time. Winning heat number 2. Going to the redraw. The Moequa Missile. Shannon Babb back in victory lane. Moyer 2nd. 3rd going to go to Schmidt. 4th going to go to Winger, and the battle for 5th all the way to the line. Wow. So the driver to Watsika, Illinois. Race fans have it for Jay Morris. He'll come home 5th. 4th going to go to the Reaper. McKay Winger's in the show. 3rd out of Tunica, Scott Schmidt. 2nd out of Batesville, Arkansas, Billy Moyer. And your winner, And the Rocket XR1 Clements House of Power 18 race fans. How about a nice round of applause for the Moequa Missile Shannon Babb.
5-go winner redraws. Weaver and Gilpin in turn number 4 looking for green, and we're underway. Kevin Weaver with the lead. Gilpin with the high side momentum down the backstretch. Drag race into turn number 3. Gilpin with the advantage. Weaver will answer back on the bottom at lap number 1. It's going to be Gilpin. Weaver now second. Dives underneath. Little bit sideways on the 24 of Unzicker. That helped out Joe Harlan. Bob Gardner, 5th and final transfer spot early. Gilpin leads Weaver. Oh, Devin Gilpin bounced off the cushion. It cost him a ton. Weaver goes after him down the back chute into 3. Gilpin on the high side, Weaver on the bottom. Gilpin with a big burst of speed out of 4 reclaims the lead. Devin Gilpin now opens up the advantage over Kevin Weaver. Unzicker, Harlan, Gardner, and Fagger on the move. The high side hustler is charging. Jason Fagger trying to get in the top 5. He's just on the outside looking in as it's a hornet's nest around him. Gilpin opens up the advantage over Weaver. 3 wide out of 4 for third. Unzicker, Harlan, Fagger, and Gardner all mixing up. Here comes Fagger. 2 for the price of 1 in turn 4. Jason Fagger battling with Gardner for 4th. Off the racetrack is John Gardner Jr. Caution away. The Green Hornet, John Gardner Jr. brings out caution. 5 will go. Keep your eyes on Gilpin. He'll bring him up to speed. Weaver will look to the inside of Devin Gilpin for the lead and come up short. Now Fagger works on Unzicker for 3rd. Jason Fagger continues to peck away. Here comes Fagger on the bottom. Seven laps in, 2 to go next time. Fagger to the inside of Unzicker for 3rd. Still not happening. Weaver not letting Gilpin get away, but can't reach him. Fagger for 3rd. Jason Fagger low, Unzicker high. Now Fagger has taken over the number 3 spot. White flag in the air, 1 to go. Devin Gilpin down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Final time. Gilpin will go to the redraw. 2nd will go to Weaver. 3rd to Fagger. 4th to Unzicker. 5th will go to Gardner. So Bob Gardner gets in, so does Ryan Unzicker. 3rd place, Jason Fagger. 2nd place, Kevin Weaver. Your winner and going to the redraw, Devin Gilpin. Time for the modifieds. The Summit Racing Equipment Modified C8 laps. Top 3 will go
position
to the back of the
and more cars you pass, the more points you'll acquire. Parga in 6P, Blaze Burwell in 44. Heat number 1, our Pro Crate Late Models underway as 24 of Matt Taylor passed 3 cars before they got back to the stripe. And Rick Isaacson says no. He'll shake the finger at the 24 of Matt Taylor.
Heat race winners, modifieds, and lates to the trailer.
Heat race winners, modifieds, and late models. Heat race winners to the trailer to redraw. 92 of Jordan Smith, the 4 of Brian Lynn. Who's it gonna be here in heat number 1? Off turn 4, here we go. That time the 92 of Jordan Smith did not get a jump at all. To be one of Nick Bauman quickly to 4th. All cars transferred to the A main. Once again, all cars to the A main. Jose Parker going to lead lap number 1. A good battle for 2nd here in the opening lap. Blaze Burwell. And the 4Q of Brian Lynn. Oh, we got a spinning 92 on one end. We got Giannetti on the other end, so the caution will come out. Jordan Smith. The higher you finish, the more points you'll acquire. Finishing position is factored in there as well. Parker going to bring us back to the stripe. We're back underway. Blaze Burwell slips up as the 4Q going to go by. That'll be Brian Lynn. So the driver to Mason City now second place in that 4Q. Here comes Nick Bauman to the inside, so Bauman will take third. And fourth is Blaze Burwell. Fifth going to be Matt Taylor. Good battle for that fourth spot. Now Matt Taylor going to run to the inside of Blaze Burwell in 44 problems. Off the speedway, I believe that is Hagedorn. Hagedorn off the speedway. He's going to continue now. Or problem C4 at Chris Anderson, I apologize. Chris Anderson, the C4. So we'll stay green. Jose Parga continues to lead. Halfway home, 4 in the books, 4 to go. Problems for Chris Anderson at C4, but he continues to run. Parga continues to lead. We'll see at the 4Q. Brian Lynn can run him down to the battle for the race lead. Now Brian Lynn trying to run down Jose Parga. Nick Bauman running in that third spot. Matt Taylor fourth. Good battle for fifth. 92 now to fifth. That is Jordan Smith. So Smith now to fifth. Burwell back to sixth. Hagedorn running in the seventh spot. Tony Tennis eighth. Ninth is a C4 at Chris Anderson. Parker with 2 to go. Still your race leader. But here comes Brian Lynn in that 4Q. White flag going to go on the field this time. Can Brian Lynn run down race leader Jose Parga? 1 lap remains. Who's it going to be here on the final lap? Parga continues to show the way. Brian Lynn second, Nick Bauman third. Fourth, Matt Taylor, final lap. Into 3 and off of 4, the Valvoline Rocket 6P. Jose Parga is your winner. Brian Lynn second, third, Nick Bauman fourth is Matt Taylor.
No, you're good. I just want to make sure you got it.
Here we go, heat number 2 on Mud Boss Video. Off turn number 4, Robin Huffman. And Guy Taylor, green's out, we're underway. Very anxious A.J. May in the A9. Down the back straightaway, former feature runner here. Running in that third spot in the opening lap, 74 Russ Adams, who is inside. They'll make some contact. Guy Taylor leads in 14. Driver out of Springfield, Illinois, from the famous Taylor Racing family. Guy shows the way, but here comes Robin Huffman. He was at Macon last night with his supers. See how he does here tonight in the Pro Crate Late Model Division. Hooked up and hauling on the top side. Down the back straightaway, Huffman on the move, he's second. A.J. May third, Russ Adams fourth, Dakota Ewing around out your top 5. Patrick Younger back there at 77, 75, Shane Pyatt 46, Eric Wilson. Down the back straightaway, Huffman slips up. Here comes A.J. May now. Good side-by-side battle for the second spot. A.J. May to the inside, Huffman to the outside. We got cars spinning. Caution will come out. Michael Maestas and Brian Wilson will bring out a caution over in turns 1 and 2. Guy Taylor going to bring us back to the stripe. We are back underway. Robin Huffman going to run to the outside of A.J. May down the back straightaway. Taylor continues to show the way, but here comes A.J. May now going to swipe second away from the 33 Robin Huffman. So Huffman back to third, but he's not done yet. He's going to run the high side around the outside of A.J. May. May up there to block him. So May now to second, Huffman back to third. Fourth is Russ Adams, and fifth will be Dakota Ewing. Sixth, Patrick Younger. Seventh, Shane Pyatt. Eighth, Eric Wilson. Ninth, Brian Wilson. And 10th is Michael Maestas as they run. White flag this time by. Looking to go wire to wire. Guy Taylor with 1 to go. Quarter mile. Out on the back straightaway. Second and final heat for our Pro Crate Late Models. Out of Springfield, Illinois race fans, how about it for Guy Taylor? Second will go to A.J. May. Third will go to Robin Huffman. Fourth will go to Russ Adams. Fifth to Dakota Ewing. Sixth to Patrick Younger. Seventh to Shane Pyatt. Eighth to Eric Wilson. Ninth to Brian Wilson. And 10th We'll go to the 7 of Michael Dan
Mason.
Flesner, the 51. Dean Carpenter in the 74. Russ Adams, top 3 and 3 only to tonight's feature event. Who's it going to be as they bring it off at turn number 4? Green's out. We are underway. Kolb going to dive to the inside. Show the way here on lap number 1. Clean and green down the back straightaway. This one's going to go 10 laps of distance. Rusty Griffball going to drive her up to the cushion. Harlan with a good hot rod here tonight. He's going to take second. Griffball back to third. Here comes Dan Flesner. Flesner in that rocket chassis 90 out of Roberts, Illinois, running in that 4th spot. Good run for Alan Murray to the inside. The driver to San Antonio, Texas, the 5th. Going to drive to the inside of the Roberts rocket. Good battle for 4th. Battle up front for the race lead. We BZ and off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The last letter of the alphabet is now first. How about it? Joe Harlan fans here tonight as he takes the race lead. Kolb second. Rusty Griffball trying to fight off Dan Flesner, and there goes the 2. Alan Murray takes the 2 for price of 1. Over in turn 2, so San Antonio, Texas, Alan Murray now to third. Oh, and Dan Flesner and Rusty Griffball get together. So Dan Flesner to the high side now trying to track down Alan Murray. John Gardner Jr. going to go by the Festus Splash as well. Still problems for Griffball as he's falling back through the field. Here comes Dan Flesner now. Flesner on the move in that rocket chassis. Driving to Roberts, Illinois. Down the back straightaway going after the 2 of Alan Murray for the 3rd and final transfer spot. Flesner down to 3rd. Murray going to fight back to the inside. Too low, and Flesner gets a bit out of shape. Murray going to retake 3rd. 3 transfer. Flesner trying to do it the hard way. Down the front straightaway still remains in that 4th spot. Joe Harlan shows the way. Timothy Kolb 2nd. Alan Murray 3rd. Dan Flesner 4th, but he's running out of time. John Gardner Jr. and Tim Manville right behind them. 2 to go this time by. 2 laps remain. White flag the next time by. Here comes Dan Flesner down the hill down the back straightaway. Alan Murray going to run to the inside, Flesner to the outside. Who's it going to be? White flag in the air, 1 to go. Watch the battle for the 3rd and final transfer spot. Can Dan Flesner get the job done? Kolb 2nd. Running away with this one is the driver out of El Paso, Illinois. He wins the C-Main. How about it for Joe Harlan? 2nd, going to go to Kolb. 3rd down to the line. Wow. So how about it, race fans? Coming home 3rd, Dan Flesner out of Roberts, Illinois. Wow, was that close. According to Race Monitor, Dan Flesner got him at the line. He's going to the big dance here tonight. Timothy Kolb 2nd. And how about it, Rich and Sandy, the young man out of El Paso, the substitute teacher, the Rabies Professional Carpet Cleaning, DQ of Pontiac. Longhorn Race Car, Roger Friedman Race Engines, Jay's Plumbing and HVAC. Let's hear it for Joe Harlan. Big win for the Z-Man. Brian Sainer in 37, the Duke. Devin Burton, green flag, here we go. 9 of Brian Devers going to sidestep the 37, the pole sitter. Brian Sainer comes the deuce to Deion Smith. Deion Smith with a big feature win a week ago. Dallas Strouk with a big feature win a couple of weeks ago. No Dallas Strouk in that 24D as well. So Dallas Strouk in 24D MIA. Brian Devers going to show the way down the back straightaway. Good battle for that 2nd spot. The D22 of Devin Burton, the 2 of Deion Smith going to battle side by side for that 2nd spot. All out front of this one will be 9. Brian Devers. Devers showing the way. Deion Smith 2nd. Devin Burton 3rd. 4th, Sainer 5th. Tricia Burton. 2 of Deion Smith and the D22 at Devin Burton makes some contact. It's like Deion Smith's lost his bumper, or at least part of it. Tricia. Deion Smith and Devin Burton run 2nd and 3rd. 4th, Sainer 5th. is Tricia Burton. Brian Devers continues to lead. Come down for the white flag, 1 to go. The Fruit Stripe bubble gum in memory of his father gets the job done here in heat number 1. How about it for Brian Devers? Second will go to the Deuce, Dion Smith. Third will go to D22, Devin Burton. Fourth will go to Brian Sainer. Fifth will go to the 8-up of Tricia Burton. Front stretch, how about a nice round of applause for the 9 car. Big win here in heat number 1. How about it for Brian Devers? Good big tribute car to his father. Said he always wanted the car to look like that. So here we go. Cook Crawford on the pole in the 0-1 of Matt Mackey. Here we go. Matt Mackey going to jump out to the race lead. Here comes Jeremy Reed. Where did Reed come from? He was scheduled to start 6. He's looking for the lead as they work off of 4. Mackey to the outside. Reed to the inside. The battle for the race lead. Give it to Jeremy Reed. Driver out of Decatur, Illinois, but here comes the 40 of Adam Webb. Jeremy Reed shows the way. Matt Mackey second. Adam Webb third. Cook Crawford fourth. Jones fifth. Down the front straightaway. Jeremy Reed continues to lead. Matt Mackey second. Adam Webb third. Fourth, Cook Crawford. Fifth, Jones, and 10. That'll be Steve Jones down to the inside of Cook Crawford, side by side. Good battle for the 4th spot. Good battle for second now. Matt Mackey and Adam Webb. Webb going to look to the inside. Mackey to the outside. They're going to work door to door down the back straightaway for that second spot. Jeremy Reed out of Decatur, Illinois, continues to lead. Yes. White flag the next time by as they put a lap on the 9Y of Eric Young. Down the back straightaway. Into 3 and off of 4. White flags out for Jeremy Reed. Second, Adam Webb. Third is Matt Mackey. Fourth is Steve Jones. Fifth, Cook Crawford. Sixth, David Larison. Final time off for your winner, Jeremy Reed. Second will go to Adam Webb. Third to Matt Mackey. Fourth to Steve Jones. Fifth will go to Cook Crawford.
Okay, we've got a change in the order.
Race fans, get out your 50-50 tickets. Once again, race fans, get out your 50-50 tickets. We have $1,397 to give away.
Donovan Lodge and Zach Chance on the front row. They reach the VP Fuels making power point. This race is underway. Down the backstretch and into turn number 3 for the first time. Chance with the lead. Now Mayer to the outside. Zach Chance will lead lap 1. Matt Mayer has taken over the second spot away from Donovan Lodge. 2 will go into scoreboard and Mayer to the outside. Ray Walsh, Jeff Curl, Alec Crowder all trying to work their way forward. Here comes Jacob Poole along with Clippinger. They'll work on Osborne Jr. Leader still Chance. Down the backstretch, Donovan Lodge in that third spot trying to hold off Michael Long. Nathan Ballanseefen is out. Caution is out. Your attention in the pit area, street stock Chance feature will bring Matt Mayer, Donovan Lodge, Michael Lee, Chris Osborne Jr. along for the ride. Green flag. Here we go. Mayer to the outside. Donovan Lodge closes up on the 7 machine, trying to get in the show. Only 2 cars transfer. Out of turn number 4, 3 cars under a blanket. underneath Mayer again. It comes up short. Halfway this time. 5 in the books, 5 to go. Still Zach Chance in the 128. Hornet's Nest in the 5th position. Jacob Poole, Chris Osborne Jr., Kyle Byerline, and around goes Osborne. He's got 4 laps to figure it out. Zach Chance will bring him up to green. Now Mayer will go to the outside of Chance, try and get the number 1 spot. Lodge sitting there third. Jacob Poole is coming the 82 like a freight train. The 8th place starter right now is making a bid for 4th. We'll have 2 laps to go. Mayer to the outside of Chance. White flag the next time by. Jacob Poole is working for 3rd. Mayer for the lead. Down the back stretch, Matt Mayer has the advantage. Chance the 2nd. White flag's going to come out. Jacob Poole is closing. Final time. Mayer now in charge. Zach Chance is going to have company in turn 3. Checkered flag is waving. Poole running out of time in real estate. Mayer wins it. Chance will hold out for 2nd. Jacob Poole just coming up short in the 82. Zach Chance, Matt Mayer will go. And I understand unofficially the Farmer City Provisional will go to Sabrina Ekstrom in the 20X. Final call, Street Stock feature cars. You know we have changed the order.
Down and dirty with the UMP Street Stocks. Pick a favorite and cheer 'em on. Here with Mud Boss Videos at the DeWitt County Fairgrounds. Farmer City Raceway will kick the tires and light the fires. Street Stock feature events underway. Chris Dick in 22. Get a look to the inside of the 27 of John Ferris. Ferris going to storm out to the race lead. Chris Dick going to work to the high side. Daryl Dick into 97 of Josh Griffith. Running in that 3rd spot. Daryl Dick 4th. Chris Dick going to work to the outside of the 27 of John Ferris. Ferris going to storm off to the race lead. Ferris, Chris Dick, Josh Griffith, Daryl Dick, good side-by-side battle. The 9 of Terry Miller and the B5 of Tyler Benson. 2 in the books, 13 to go. Good battle up front. John Ferris and the double deuce of Chris Dick. Josh Griffith in tow down the back straightaway side-by-side with 38 Daryl Dick. Good 3-car battle for the 2nd spot. Could have a lead change down the 3rd lap. Gonna go to Chris Dick at 22. So Chris Dick gonna take the race lead. And the What Up Dog double deuce down the back straightaway. The 27 of John Ferris gonna retake the race lead. Chris Dick to the outside. He'll retake the race lead. 4 in the books, 11 to go. Chris Dick now in firm command, showing the way. John Ferris will get a drive to his inside, half a car length down the back straightaway. See if John Ferris can retake the race lead down the front straightaway. Chris Dick gonna hold on. So is Chris Dick, John Ferris, Daryl Dick, Josh Griffith, and the B5 of Tyler Benson, the 9 of Terry Miller, the 23Z of Sean Seymour. Halfway. The back straightaway, Chris Dick continues to show the way. Good battle side by side. John Ferris, the 97 of Josh Griffith. Ferris going to win that battle. He's 2nd. Josh Griffith 3rd. Daryl Dick 4th. Tyler Benson 5th. 6th, Sean Zemer. 7th, Terry Miller. 8th, Jeff Watts. Adam Rhodes and the 63 of Andy Thompson. 8 in, 7 to go. No, we got cars spinning here in the front stretch. Looks like the 38 of Daryl Dick and the B5 Oh my, heavy contact. Do not know what happened with the idea what happened between those two drivers, as Benson, I believe, going to need a hook on that B5 machine. Equipment modifieds, you need to be lining up down in the pit area. Can Chris Dick hold on? 7 remain here in the street stock feature event. We are back underway. Chris Dick going to storm back to the race lead. 27 of John Ferris going to run to his inside. Don't look now, but here comes the 97 of Josh Griffith trying to make it 3 wide. Chris Dick going to hold him off. 6 remain. Good battle for that second spot. Josh Griffith on the move here in the restart. Down the back straightaway, the man on the move, 97 of Josh Griffith. 5 laps remain. Here he comes, 97 of Josh Griffith, 3 wide for the race lead. Chris Dick slips up, 5 to go. Tiptoeing around that high side is the double deuce. Can Josh Griffith run him down? 4 to go this time by. Now all of a sudden we got a battle for the race lead. 4 laps remain and the caution will come out. Caution is out. 10 of Adam. 5 laps remain. We'll talk to your winner down in victory lane. Chris Dick will bring him off of 4, 5 to go. Griffith gonna run to the inside. Chris Dick there, side by side on the back straightaway, gonna battle for the race lead. Can Josh Griffith find a way by Chris Dick into the turn 4 wall? New race leader gonna be Josh Griffith. Chris Dick gonna try to fight back at the high side. Josh Griffith on the inside, 4 to go, 3 the next time by. Down the back straightaway, cracking the whip. Get the 22, run him back down. Chris Dick slips up again. Josh Griffith, 3 to go, showing the way. Here comes the 38 of Daryl Dick. 27 of John Ferris in the closing laps. Down the back straightaway, Chris Dick going to go all the way to 4th. Daryl Dick 3rd. John Ferris 2nd. Josh Griffith with 2 to go, showing the way. Final time, Josh Griffith at 97. We'll see the white rag. Ferris 2nd. Good battle for 3rd. Chris and Daryl battle it out for that 3rd spot. Chris going to win that battle. Now he's not done yet. He's trying to get 2nd. Final time. Down the back straightaway. Good battle for that 2nd spot. 3 cars under a blanket. Your winner here tonight, the street stock main event. How about it for Josh Griffith? All the way to 2nd. Wow, good run for Chris Dick. 3rd to John Ferris. 4th to Daryl Dick. 5th will go to Jeff Watts. How about it for Josh Griffith, your winner in 97? Well, race fans, it's been a little while. He's excited as he climbs out. He's your first feature winner here tonight. Pilots the 97. Late race restart. He takes the lead and storms away. How about it for Josh Griffith? Well, I tell you what, Josh, congratulations. Chris was wheeling and dealing on the high side there. A late race restart. You took the lead, never looked back. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I knew my car was better on the bottom, and Ferris was running a good line down there. And that caution came out, and I thought in my mind if I could just sneak by him a little bit on the outside, that was my chance to get back to the bottom, and I thought I could get him on the bottom. But we started dead last in the heat, passed every car here tonight. What a drive. That's fun.
What a night. Congratulations. Big feature win.
Thank you very much.
How about it, your winner, Josh Griffith? What a way to get us started here tonight. We'll send it back upstairs. Rick Escherman with a call for the Summit Racing Equipment Modified National Positive shirt. No street style.
If you want to just tag TVA in the flame house, let me know if you don't want to do this.
Yeah, no, all right. We're good. I don't know if that's been claimed.
Who knows? We'll keep it around.
Okay. This thing's finally over.
Yep. Thank you.
He said he was.
Download the free Summit Racing app for Apple and Android devices to easily shop from your phone or tablet. Big savings, fast shipping, great service. That's real value for your money. Millions of parts, one source, summitracing.com.
Yep.
The field starts to tighten up. Get out your cell phones. We're going to light it up. Do we have the Farmer City Fireflies here tonight? Race number 14 in the Summit Racing Equipment Modified Nationals. Get on your feet, get those cell phones out, get the lights on. Fireflies, let's show them some love. Out of turn number 4, 22 drivers set to do battle for 25 laps. The Summit Racing Equipment Modified Nationals, 4 wide. The pace car will exit the racetrack. They'll break off in rows of 2, 11 rows deep, and get ready to go. Who will win the event? Farmer City Fireflies, good job. You'll get to do it again with the late models next. Lucas Lee can get it done. My oh my, this should be quite interesting for 25 quick circuits around the Farmer City Raceway. At the line, green in the air, we're underway. It's going to be Ray Bollinger showing away early. Down that backstretch and into turn number 3, and we've got problems in one. Luke Gash goes around. We'll do it again. We'll reach the VP Fuels making power point in turn 4. We'll cut them loose. Will we have a new winner? It's going to have to come from row 3. Here we go. Down the backstretch for the first time, Ray Bollinger. They're 4 wide down that back chute for 5th. They'll fan out a little bit. Kenny Wallace underneath Josh Harris. 3 wide for the lead. Lap number 1 will go to Bollinger.
So Ray Bollinger going to show the way. The Herminator second, Harrison third. Good battle for that third spot. Give it to Mike Harrison, the driver to Highland, Illinois, defending UMP national champion. Here comes Tyler Nicely to the inside, looking to go 3 wide. They will for third. Mike Harrison on the move early. He's going to dive to the inside of Kenny Wallace. Ray Bollinger shows the way, but here comes Mike Harrison, the driver to Highland, Illinois. Looks to the inside of Kenny Wallace. The only driver that can run the bottom over there in turns 3 and 4 is Mike Harrison, side by side with the Herminator. Good battle for that second spot.
That battle for second will continue out of turn 2 and up the racetrack as Lucas Lee. We got more cars in trouble. Lika leaves the speedway. He comes back on. The A-Dog follows suit. Curls over there. Looks like Swartz may have been too. And it all started when Lucas Lee got sideways. Driver out of Paris, Tennessee. Number 2, as is Wallace, as is Harrison. Out of 4, they come green flag in the air.
Yeah, Kenny Wallace, not sure if he was ready to go. There we go. The 18 of Michael Long going to jump to the high side around. On the back straight, here comes Michael Long down with that 18. Goes around the 16 of Josh Harris. Good battle back here. Is Michael Long in the move. Now Mike Harrison going to fan out to the outside of the 36 of Kenny Wallace. Keep your eyes on Michael Long digging to the outside of the 25 of Tyler Nicely. Harrison to the outside of the Herminator. Kenny Wallace down the front straightaway. Harrison out of second. Now going to look to the inside of Ray Bollinger. Herminator looks back to the inside of Mike Harrison. So Harrison a second. Herminator third. Fourth is the 25 of Tyler Nicely. But the man on the move is Michael Long, and 18 as Ray Bollinger leads another lap.
So the lead trio will take off down the backstretch. Tyler Nicely and Michael Long battle for 4th. That battle is over. Michael Long is on the move. The 18 machine almost got the wall, though. We're in turn number 3. He'll regather, recompose, and go after the 25 of Nicely and now the 36 of Wallace. Mike Harrison staying in the tire tracks of Ray Bollinger, but it's Michael Long putting on the show in turn number 3.
Long now going to dig to the outside of the Herminator. Kenny Wallace for that third spot. Back up front, Mike Harrison throwing everything with the kitchen sink at the 77 of Ray Bollinger down the back straightaway. Closing in on him, 3-car length. Good battle for that third spot. Oh, and 99 Jason Meyer off the speedway. Michael Long to the outside. Kenny Wallace to the inside front. Race off at turn number 4, dead even. As we have 16 to go. 16 laps remain. Ray Bollinger, Mike Harrison, Michael Long, Kenny Wallace, and Tyler Nicely are top 5. We complete another lap. Mike Harrison trying to find a way around Kewanee, Illinois' Ray Bollinger.
And the driver that's catching them both is the 18 of Michael Long as he goes to work now on Wallace. Ray Bollinger high-winded, heads him out of 4. He'll take it down into 1. Michael Long goes by. Kenny Wallace looks at Mike Harrison. So Long continuing to move. Starting in the 8th spot. Has worked his way to 3rd and once more. Bollinger, Harrison, Long. It'll be Kenny Wallace and Tyler Nicely. And we are going to have some lap traffic to deal with here shortly. Ray Bollinger is going to be the first one to reach the back markers. It's going to be Lucas Lee and Rory Obermeyer Sr. All 3 cars are going to be there in just a moment.
Harrison trying to reel him in. See if he can box him in lap traffic. Michael Long trying to do the same. Oh, good battle shaping up here in the closing laps as we have 11 to go. Make it 11 laps remaining. Here in the Summit Racing Equipment Modified Nationals, $1,500 on the line. It's about to get good. Slower cars all running the bottom. Here comes Mike Harrison trying to close into lap traffic. 10 laps remain. Harrison on the inside. Bollinger to the outside. If he's not careful, Michael Long's ready to pounce. 3 cars going to battle it out for the top spot here tonight in the Farmer City Raceway. Down the front straightaway, Mike Harrison's there again. Can he make something happen in lap traffic? Here comes Harrison. Close quarters racing down the back straightaway. Michael Long's coming. About to be a 3-car dance for the top spot. They're going to come down with 8 to go. Rick Eshelman, Ray Bollinger showing the way, but a hungry pack of wolves behind him.
So Ray Bollinger continues to show the way, but for how long? He's got Mike Harrison and Michael Long breathing down his neck, and it's going to get real interesting now as they reach the lap traffic. Oh, Long bounced off the wall. That cost him. Harrison underneath Bollinger. Kenny Wallace will work on Long. Mike Harrison again will take a bid over into turn number 3, and Michael Long comes right back. So it's not over. They'll work out of turn number 4. Harrison on the bottom, Bollinger on the top, Michael Long and Kenny Wallace chasing them down. 5 laps to go when they come to the line. Bollinger will work the inside of Sabrina, and we're going to have 5 to go.
There comes Harrison again. 5 to go. He's got to find a way by the lap car. Sabrina Ekstrom will let Michael Long go. So Michael Long going to put the lap on the 20. Down the back straightaway, they're coming down. 4 to go this time by. Ray Bollinger is held off Mike Harrison and Michael Long so far. 4 laps remain. Here comes Michael Long again in the high side. And he slipped up, pushed the right front over the cushion. 3 to go this time by. Ray Bollinger, Mike Harrison, Michael Long. 3 cars to decide it. 3 laps remain. Harrison going to look to the inside. Bollinger going to hold him off. They'll come down with 2 to go this time by. Ray Bollinger and Mike Harrison. 2 to go, half a mile. Rick Eshelman. 2 laps remain. Can Ray Bollinger hold off Mike Harrison? Michael Long, 1 final charge. Here he comes.
So this is it. We're down to brass tacks. Bollinger up the banking. Harrison, Long, they all climb top shelf. Bottom for Kenny Wallace, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go. They'll take the final battle over into turn number 2. Bollinger by 2 car lengths over Harrison. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Time running out really fast. Ray Bollinger is going to win his 2nd Summit Racing Equipment Modified Nationals here at Farmer City. 2nd will go to Harrison, 3rd to Long, 4th to Wallace, 5th to Nicely. So now all of the awards will go alongside the car. And for the second time in 4 days, he's ready to climb out. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner for the second time, the Kewaunee Kamikaze Ray Bollinger. Nice one again tonight. Must be something about fours. July 4th you win, 4 days later you win.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Farmer City's track, that was awesome. That was great. That was a hell of a lot of passing through the lap cars and everything there. I was so worried Harrison or Wallace was coming, and I just kept praying for the lead or for the end to come, and we had her there at the end. That multi-fire spark plug was kicking at the end.
You could put the car wherever you wanted to. That was the good news, because you had to go different directions to get around these lap cars. Your car was so fast, it was able to stick wherever you put it, and you held off. You know that Kenny was coming, but Michael Long was coming too, and Harrison was right there. You held off all the best because you are one of the best.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, when it was very intense going in there in the lap cars, whether or not I should go to the inside or the outside or choose the middle there. I didn't know if I'd get swept out and just get shuffled back there. You know, that's how it is, but we took the gamble, and here we are.
Woo! I think it's party time.
Yes, it is. I think I might, instead of Bud Light, might have a little bit of Crown and Coke tonight.
You can have whatever you want. Now Jim Greenleaf will come in from Summit Racing Equipment, sponsor of the Modified Nationals, to present the cup. Crew, come on in. Gentlemen, once again, Ray Bollinger. "31 cars came to Farmer City to play in the clay. Only 22 could answer the bell. The drivers now reach turn 3 in lockstep formation. 22 of the fastest here tonight to race in the nation. Loaded with 850 horsepower, strapped in and ready to ride. Farmer City Raceway, you have got the Dirt Car Summer Nationals Hell Tour coming to you in your face and 4 wide. What do you think, Farmer City Raceway? Are you ready to go? 50 laps, let's go do it. Devin Gilpin on the inside, K-Rob on the outside. They'll reach the VP Fuels making power point in turn number 4. We're going to cut them loose for a half-century grind. Green flag is out. Here we go. Down the back stretch for the first time. Devin Gilpin going to show the way. Shannon Babb on the bottom along with Billy Moyer. Top side for K-Rob. They work their way down the front chute. Lap number 1. So it's Devin Gilpin showing the way. Shannon Babb now will take a look to the inside. Billy Moyer will also work out of turn number 4. Now Bobby Pierce to the inside of Kent Robinson. Pierce will work for the 4th position over in turn 4. Weaver on the outside of Schmidt for the 6th spot. Gilpin has got a rear view mirror full of Shannon Babb as they work their way down the front chute and into turn number 2. It's all Devin Gilpin right now in the 1G. Shannon Babb in just the 2nd. Way back to Billy Moyer 3rd. Sitting 4th right now is Bobby Pierce on the high side. Bobby Pierce closing the gap. The Hornets Nest at the back of the pack. Up front, Kevin Weaver will go to work on the outside of the 7R of Ken Robinson. Weaver now trying to pull the trigger in turn number 4. Bobby Pierce closing the gap on Moyer for 4th. It's not going to be long. They're going to be reaching lap traffic.
Gather him in. Running in that 2nd spot. Moyer 3rd, Pierce 4th. Good battle for 5th. K. Robin, Kevin Weaver. High side all the way around. Some of the cars work the bottom over here in 3 and 4, but the high side, in 1 and 2, the high side in 3 and 4 right now is where it's at. Gather in the 1G and Devin Gilpin. Gilpin slips up. He's into the wall. Here comes Shannon Babb. Got a race for the lead now. Gilpin on the high side. Babb gonna dive to the inside. Side by side battle. Here the Farmer City Raceway down the back straightaway. Action starting to heat up. Rick Eshelman is Babb coming to the tail of the 1G and Devin Gilpin. Here he comes.
So Shannon Babb saw the little bit of a bobble by Devin Gilpin. He'll stay right there with him. Billy Moyer's going to be allowed to close the gap as well. Bobby Pierce not a factor right now, but will stay with Moyer. Looking back to the number 5 spot is still Kent Robinson. Now to the outside comes Shannon Babb for the lead. Devin Gilpin will hold him off. Heavy traffic, nowhere for Babb to go. He's following Rusty Grippo out of turn number 4. Still Devin Gilpin showing away. Shannon Babb's getting itchy.
Gilpin trying to keep all 4s on the racing surface down the back straightaway. They go around Grippo. Now they're going to go around the 9 at Ann Plesner. Still lap cars have pulled to the inside group as Gilpin, Babb still working it outside. Moyer's 3rd, Pierce 4th. Pierce trying to march forward and run down the lead trio. He's going to go to work on Billy Moyer. Devin Gilpin, the young man out of Columbus, Indiana, continues to lead, but Shannon Babb trying to track him down. Gilpin and Babb, 1-2, Moyer 3rd, 4th Pierce. Here comes Bobby Pierce down to the bumper of Mr. Smooth. Another lap complete as Mike Glasscock's off the front straightaway. We're going to stay green. Devin Gilpin holding off Shannon Babb, but for how long? Pierce looks to the inside of Moyer down the back straightaway. Moyer going to hold him off.
All the while, Jason Fagger, who started 9th, is running 6th, and he's going to work on 5th place, Ken Robinson. Up front, it's Gilpin opening up the advantage over the 18 of Babb. Here comes Pierce to the inside of Moyer for 3rd. And a car is off the racetrack. That is Mike Glasscock, and caution is out. So Mike Glasscock, who left the racetrack, did not make it safely into the pit area. And he will head to the pit area. We're back underway.
So we'll see if anybody decides to go low. Bobby Pierce going to drive to the inside of Billy Moyer. K-Rob's right there as well. Good 3-car battle. Couple of Moyer cars. Battle of Pierce looking to go 3 wide for that 3rd spot. Off of 4th. Can Bobby Pierce hold the spot? Billy Moyer going to take it. Now Moyer going to run right in the middle of the speedway. Pierce in the bottom. K-Rob is there. Track starting to widen out just a bit back there. See if Bobby Pierce can... Here comes Fagger. Fagger looking to put some heat back in them Hoosiers.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He has got those tires warmed up. He'll go to the outside of Kent Robinson for 5th and then work on Bobby Pierce. Pierce is all over Moyer. Jason Fagger may be the fastest car on the speedway. Devin Gilpin still showing away with Shannon Babb second. Now Pierce to the inside of Moyer. Fagger to the outside of Robinson. 1 by 1 by 2 by 2 as they work out of turn number 4. The lead stays right now at 0.8 of a second for Devin Gilpin over Shannon Babb. Fagger is cleared. Ken Robinson again. Jason Fagger to the outside of Pierce.
K-Rob right behind that battle. Gilpin continues to show the way. Babb second, Moyer third. Oh, and Bobby Pierce up to cushion. Jason Fagger going to drive right up in front of him. So Fagger going to take fourth. Pierce going to dive back to the inside. Can we see a slide job from Bobby Pierce? Down the front straight away, Jason Fagger down to fourth.
Gilpin has got to hit his marks over these next 25 laps if he wants to go to victory lane for the first time ever in the Summer Nationals. You know Shannon Babb is going to be poised to strike. Billy Moyer is there. Fagger and Pierce continue to wage war for fourth. Side by side in turn 4. Shannon Babb in trouble. Shannon Babb is out. Right rear flat tire. Caution waves. Shannon Babb, who was poised to strike and ready to go after Gilpin, a right rear flat tire, will send him to pit road and the work area. That may be it for the Moequa Missile, and his tough luck continues. Well, Mike Norris,
23 remain here in the DeWitt County Fairgrounds for the Baum Chevrolet UMP Summer Nationals as we are backing away. 23 laps remain. Devin Gilpin with a whale of a restart. Billy Moyer going to drive around the middle, Fagger on the bottom. Out the back straightaway. We'll see if anybody get that bottom groove going. K-Rob's down there. They all jump to the high side, exception of Jason Fagger. Slide to the inside of Billy Moyer for second, side by side down the front straightaway. Billy Moyer going to hold him off. They'll work in the middle. Fagger works the bottom. Side by side, Devin Gilpin has not been challenged yet. But here comes Bobby Pierce, Jason Fagger, and Billy Moyer. Fagger to the middle. Moyer upstairs, a pair of Moyer cars battle for the third spot. Here comes Pierce now. Good four-car battle for the second spot. Down the back straightaway. Gilpin continues to lead. Moyer second, Fagger third, Pierce fourth, K-Rob, and here comes Hunziker as well. Pierce gives a shot to Jason Fagger. Gonna drive to the inside. Don't look now, but Moyer has gathered in Gilpin, and Pierce has gathered in Fagger. This one's gonna get good for the final 20.
31 in and 19 to go. This one far from over. Down the backstretch. Into turn number 3. Gilpin will bring Billy Moyer. Now K-Rob got by Pierce. K-Rob coming to life, going after Fagger for third. Pierce will answer back to the outside. So it is a real tussle for that third spot. Pierce to the inside of Robinson. Ryan Hunziker there. Weaver starting to close in. Moyer will track down the 1G of Gilpin. Fagger now has caught Billy Moyer for second. Jason Fagger again has caught him. Pierce sliding backwards. Hunziker now trying to go around Pierce.
This one's getting really good. Here we go. Jason Fagger going to dive to the inside of Billy Moyer. Side-by-side battle for second on the back straightaway. 15 to go this time by Jason Fagger. Going to look to the inside of Billy Moyer. They're going to go side by side. Good battle for the race lead. Fagger going to drive to the inside. Billy Moyer to the outside. Fagger a slide job. He'll take second away from Mr. Smooth. Billy Moyer looking to answer back. Pierce running in that 4th spot. Unzicker fifth, the gaggle for sixth. Devin Gilpin continues to lead, but here comes the high side hustler, Jason Fagger. Fagger trying to run him down. This time by 13 remain. Jason Fagger trying to run down Devin Gilpin. Here comes Ryan Unzicker. Oh my, what a race.
Yeah, and it's far from over, even though there's 13 circuits left, because now Bobby Pierce and Unzicker battle. Unzicker will take the fourth spot. It's still Gilpin bringing Fagger out of turn number 4 with Billy Moyer under attack now from Ryan Unzicker. Unzicker fast on the bottom of the racetrack. Fagger had the lead and Gilpin stole it right back. So again, Fagger will go to work at turn number 4. Unzicker to the inside of Moyer for third. Here comes more cars closing in. Bobby Pierce, Manville, the 7-arm K-Rob.
Manville started back in the 20th spot. He's worked his way up to 6th. So good run for Tim Manville here tonight. Back up front, Gilpin continues to lead. Fagger trying to gather him in. Now the battle for third rages on. Bobby Pierce, Billy Moyer. Oh, and Gilpin's up off the track. Here comes Jason Fagger. No doubt about this. A slide job in turn 3 and 4. Jason Fagger going to take the race lead. Devin Gilpin going to answer back. He can't get the job done. New race leader, Jason Fagger. We have 9 laps remaining. Jason Fagger trying to storm off to a $10,000 payday. Don't look now, but here comes Ryan Unzicker. This one ain't over yet. 8 laps remain. The high side hustler, Devin Gilpin, and Ryan Unzicker looking to settle the score.
Oh, and Jason Fagger wows the crowd with the pass and the slide job. Here comes Unzicker. The El Paso Express is on a rail as he works out of turn number 4 to the inside of the 1G. Nothing doing that time. Tim Manville started 20th. He's up to 5th, and he's going for 4th. Manville to the inside of Moyer. Timmy Manville is on the move. Manville will go after the 1G of Gilpin. 2 cars on the bottom, 3 cars on the high side. Down the back stretch and into turn number 3. 5 laps to go for Fagger this time.
5 to go as he's into the wall. 12 starting Ryan Unzicker trying to gather him in. 5 to go. It's Fagger, Unzicker, 20th starter Manville working down to the inside of Gilpin. Here comes Ryan Unzicker. Down the back straightaway, Jason Fagger high. Unzicker will follow. They're coming down this time. 4 laps remaining. Fagger, Unzicker, Manville, and Gilpin. What a race here tonight at the New County Fairgrounds. Can Unzicker run him down? Fagger's going to hold him off this time. 3 to go. This time by Fagger high. Unzicker right in his tire tracks. They come down with 3 to go. Fagger trying to limp it home, but the Gremlin's got a beat on him. Here comes Ryan Unzicker. Fagger high, Unzicker. Oh, and Unzicker slips up as well. Gilpin's off the backstretch. 20th starting. Tim Manville's going to go by. They come down with 2 to go. Can Jason Fagger close the deal?
So it is just getting more exciting lap after lap. Jason Fagger down the backstretch. Half a straightaway lead over Ryan Unzicker. Tim Manville from 20th to 3rd. White flag in the air. Fagger is 1 lap away from winning his 2nd Summer Nationals event of the year. He'll work his way out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch and pointed into 3. Fagger won at Doherty, his home track. Tonight, the high side hustler takes Farmer City. Fagger wins. 2nd will go to Unzicker. 3rd to Manville from 20th. 4th will go to Gilpin. Moyer comes home 5th. $2,300 is the magic number. That's what Fagger must weigh at the scale. Here he comes, race fans. He's shut the Rhine competition engine off. Hoosier neckband going on the high side. Hustler Jason Fagger! What a week this has been. You win at your home track, Doherty Speedway. Then you drive with no brakes for 75 laps last night at Macon. And here tonight, you come home victorious, get these people on their feet. You worked every lap for it. I know you're tired, but I know you're extremely happy. One heck of a ride.
Yeah, man, we had to work hard for that one there. You know, that passed a lot of good cars out there. This Moyer Victory race car was unbelievable. That might have been one of the best cars I've ever drove right there. I mean, I could just go right down through the middle and it traction up and steer so good. And man, I knew Devin was on a little bit softer right rear tire than we were, and it usually doesn't work here, you know. And I just could see him kind of struggling a little bit. And I tried showing my nose a couple times and hoping he'd make up bottles. And he started pushing it harder and harder, and this thing was just glued to the earth. And man, it was awesome. I got to thank my crew. They keep busting their butt. And I couldn't do this without them and all my sponsors. And he's a lot of great fans. I do that big victory lap. That's how it should be done here. And I started off drinking beer in them trucks a long time ago, and before I even raced. And I think I know about every person on the backstretch there, even the ones flipping me off. So it's pretty damn awesome. But I love this place, and thanks everybody for coming out.
You don't have much time to enjoy it. We got to go to Highland tomorrow, but you called it the Victory Chassis. Normally on the high side, that's your bread and butter, but you were able to pass on the bottom there. I don't think anybody was going to get you, even though Unzicker was coming like a freight.
Said who's going to the scales, and you know, me and Ryan are in a pretty tight points battle, and I didn't really want to see him run second. You know, I'm happy for him, but I was thinking that he was, you know, at least going to be fourth or fifth there, and he obviously must have had a fast hot rod too, but it didn't matter. It worked out right for us tonight.
Enjoy it, Jason.
Thanks a lot. We will.
The high side hustler, Jason Fagger!
So the Pro Crates, followed by the 4 cylinders, will finish us up here tonight. Laps of distance. We'll talk to your winner down in Victory Lane. Who's it going to be here tonight? Pick a favorite and cheer him on. 20 exciting laps for Pro Crate Late Models. Green flag. Here we go. Smooth. Green flag. Here we go. Jose Parker going to lead lap number 1. Guy Taylor second. A.J. May third, Nick Bauman fourth. Brian Lynn will round out your top 5. 3 wide for the race lead off turn number 4. Hey, Guy Taylor. Guy Taylor going to take the race lead. Jose Parker going to take it back down the backstretch. Guy Taylor says, no way, Jose. Jose going to drive to the outside. And down the front straightaway, trying to retake the race lead. Side by side. What a battle here in the pro late model. Jose jumps the cushion. Down the back straightaway, he's going to hold on to it. Don't look now, but here comes A.J. May to the inside, looking to go 3 wide for the race lead. Guy Taylor showing the way. Oh, and Jose Parga broke off the front straightaway. And he's into the guardrail. Caution out. Problems for Jose Parga. Something broke on the 6P. He slams into the guardrail here off of turn number 1. Yeah, they're going to check the right rear in the 6P. Looks like he needs a push to get him restarted. Well, good run for the 4T. A Guy Taylor action hot and heavy here in the pro late model feature. 74 Russ Adams off the pace. He's there in the infield. A.J. May second. B1 of Nick Bauman third is the 92 of Jordan Smith. Green flag back out. We're back underway. Guy Taylor's showing the way. Matt Taylor's went to victory lane, but Guy Taylor yet to find victory lane. But the young man in A9, A.J. May, went to victory lane a couple of weeks ago. Can he get the job done again here tonight? Down the back straightaway. A.J. May going to pressure Guy Taylor now. Good battle for the race lead as they work up off of turn number 4. Guy Taylor going to hold the lead, but here comes the A9 of A.J. May. No, and Brian Wilson spinning in 2. Caution out. Green flag back underway. Guy Taylor showing the way. A.J. May second. Nick Bauman third. Fourth, Brian Lynn. Can A.J. May do anything in that A9 machine? Can they work around the inside? Guy Taylor continuing to lead. Now problems for the C4. Chris Anderson over here, turn number 2. Car continuing to roll. And now the caution will come out once again. Problems for the C4. Chris Anderson. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Problems for the C4. Chris Anderson. There we go. Guy Taylor, A.J. May, Nick Bauman. Brian Lynn back at it. Here we go. Guy Taylor showing the way. A.J. May going to look to the inside. Taylor going to hold him off. Nick Bauman running that 3rd spot. Brian Lynn 4th. Good battle for 5th. Here comes Dakota Ewing and Robin Huffman side by side. Matt Taylor trying to work that high side as well. Robin Huffman and Matt Taylor around the outside of Dakota Ewing. And the 4Q of Brian Lynn. So good 4-car battle. Ooh, Matt Taylor, Robin Huffman. And the 25 of Dakota Ewing 3 wide now for the 5th spot down the back straightaway. Huffman going to win that battle. Brian Lynn running in 4th. And the caution will come out again. Getting them in 2 at a time. Debris apparently at the top of turns 1 and 2. Caution out. So here we go, 12 remain. 12 green flag laps coming at you off 4. Guy Taylor showing the way. Well, Brian Wilson and Chris Anderson, both those drivers having a very tough night here tonight. There we go. Guy Taylor, A.J. May, 12 remain, back underway. Guy Taylor showing the way. A.J. May second. Nick Bauman third. Here comes Nick Bauman down the restart, looking pretty good down the back straightaway. Good battle for that 4th spot. Robin Huffman. And the 4Q of Brian Lynn. So Huffman going to win that battle, but here comes Matt Taylor, bringing Matt Taylor along with him. Robin Huffman looking sporty here tonight. Going to go to 4th. Here comes Matt Taylor. So 4 cars sandwiched in between a couple of Taylors. 10 in, 10 to go. Guy Taylor shows the way. AJ May second, Nick Bauman third. These 2 drivers behind him might have the best hot rods in the bunch. 33, Robin Huffman, the 24, Matt Taylor. 9 to go. Guy Taylor still showing away. AJ May second, third Nick Bauman, fourth 33 Robin Huffman, fifth the 24 of Matt Taylor. 8 laps remain. Here comes Robin Huffman. Can he get anything down the KG veteran? Down the back straightaway in the 3-3H. Oh my, he's got her wound up on the high side. Trying to come to the front. Here comes Robin Huffman. 7 to go. Guy Taylor continues to show the way. AJ May second, Nick Bauman third. What a battle for fourth. Robin Huffman, Matt Taylor, Brian Lynn, Dakota Ewing, and the 92 of Jordan Smith. 74 Russ Adams and the 1 of Jim Hagedorn. Battle for the race lead continues on. Guy Taylor still showing away. Now they're working through lap traffic. Clear sailing for now for the 4 of Guy Taylor. She's going to go to work on the C4 of Chris Anderson. Track dead slick, top to bottom. Right around the bottom, Matt Taylor now to 4th. Gonna go after the B1 of Nick Bauman as he's got by the 33 Robin Huffman off turn number 4. Guy Taylor continues to lead. AJ May second. 3rd Nick Bauman. 4th Matt Taylor. 5th Robin Huffman. 6th Dakota Ewing. 7th Brian Lynn. Continues to lead. AJ May second. Good battle for 3rd. Matt Taylor hoping it's a 30-lap race, but he's only got 1 to go now. Can anybody run down Guy Taylor in 4? Down the back straightaway. Good battle for 3rd here in the final lap. Will lap traffic matter? It will not. The driver to Springfield, Guy Taylor, wins the feature tonight. AJ May second. Matt Taylor 3rd. Nick Bauman 4th. 5th will go to Robin Huffman. But tonight, it's a different Taylor. Going to victory lane here tonight in the Farmer City Raceway. As he gets unstrapped and he climbs out. Had a great hot rod here tonight. Makes some noise for the Kirkland Carpet and Vinyl. Illinois National Bank Gertis Farm 4T. Guy Taylor. Well, congratulations, Guy. I tell you what a race there. Track got slick and smooth, and you made some moves down there on the inside. Big win here tonight.
Thank you very much. I've been waiting to talk to you all year, buddy. I mean, what a great night to win, too. Track was real good. Tough people. Just thank everybody for helping us out, all the sponsors. Car was good tonight.
Well, I tell you what, you guys have a great group of drivers there that race with you. You know, Matt was coming on. He was hoping at about 15 more laps. He was coming on strong there, 10 more laps. I tell you what, to beat this class of field that showed up here tonight, you did a whale of a job.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
There you go. Guy Taylor gets her done here tonight. Give him a round of applause. 4 cylinders to round it out. Green flags out here at Mud Boss Video 4-cylinder. Racing action. Look out up front. They're looking to go 3 wide. For the second spot on the back straightaway, here comes Matt Mackey in 0-1. Nina Brian Devers means business here tonight. So does Adam Webb in 40. Oh my, 2 wide, 3 wide, 2 wide. Wow. On the front straightaway, what a race here, the opening lap. Leaning green, indicators Reed gonna show the way in 33. That'll be Jeremy Here comes the 9 of Brian Devers. Going to dive to the inside, door-to-door, 3 wide still for the third spot. Adam Webb trying to nose ahead. Deion Smith on the bottom. Matt Mackey means business here tonight, 0-1. Now they're 2 by 2. Down the back straightaway. Brian Devers showing the way now. Jeremy Reed back to second. Good run for Brian Devers here tonight in the 9. Reed back to second, but Reed trying to gather him in now. Jeremy Reed going to dive to the inside. Adam Webb third. Matt Mackey fourth. Deion Smith fifth. Devin Burton 6, 7 Steve Jones in the 10. Up front, Brian Devers showing the way. Of Dirk Davis in the 24, Dallas Stroud the 64, Cook Crawford battle back there for that 8th spot. Brian Devers continues to lead. Jeremy Reed second. Adam Webb third. Matt Mackey fourth. Deion Smith fifth. Devin Burton sixth. Steve Jones seventh. Battle for 8th. Cook Crawford, Dallas Stroud, and Dirk Davis. Another lap in the books. Brian Devers continuing to lead. Jeremy Reed running in that 2nd spot. Adam Webb 3rd, 4th Matt Mackey, 5th Deion Smith. Here comes Jeremy Reed now in on the 9 of Brian Devers. 2-car bet over the top spot. Couple laps remain. Jeremy Reed, Brian Devers. Bumper to bumper for the top spot here tonight. This one's going to be good. They're coming down to the stripe. Oh my, and Jeremy Reed, oh, look out. Somehow fits it in between the tire. And the 9 of Brian Devers. Now Reed going to wash up. Devers going to cross him back over down the front straightaway. What about over the race lead? 2 to go. And Devers now leaning a little bit on Reed. Side by side down the back straightaway here in the 4-cylinder division. Brian Devers and Jeremy Reed. A little contact, a little more contact. Coming down with 1 to go. Oh, and lap traffic. Brian Devers. He'll throw an elbow. He'll try to drive by. Jeremy Reed not going to let it happen. Down the back straightaway. One final time. What's going to happen? Oh, they make a little contact. Reed washes up. Brian Devers there. They come down for the checkered flag. Jeremy Reed, your winner. Brian Devers second. Third will go to the 0-1 of Matt Mackey. We'll talk to Jeremy Reed down in victory lane. And again, race fans, check our website, www.farmercityracing.com. Don't forget, coming up July 22nd, $5,000 to win Junior Kimmler Memorial as well. As he climbs out, your winner, how about it for Jeremy Reed? Well, congratulations, Jeremy. What a race with the 9 car there. You guys were bumping and banging. Good, clean racing. Had a great car all night. Good job.
Yeah, it was a good race. He's pushing up the corners, coming off the corner. He's running up the track, gave me the line. Once I got under him, he wanted to come and run down into the side of me. And then after I pass him, he tries to hook me every corner. But the home track hero don't like it when we come and take his crown. So I don't care. If he wants to fight about it, we can fight about it.
You big win, Jeremy. Congrats.
Thank you.
Jeremy Reed gets the job done here tonight.